Hey everybody, this is Josh with JW Creates, and you are tuned into the Judged by the Cover podcast. Have you heard the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover? But that's what people do, right? We judge everything by outward appearances. In my experience, a great album cover can make or break the decision on whether I buy an album. So go on a journey with me as we look at some great album cover designs and talk about why I believe that you need a personal designer for your album artwork. This is Judged by the Cover. Hey guys, we've made it. This is the Judged by the Cover podcast. Here we're going to be talking about album cover design, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to be talking about the different styles of album covers and what I think makes each style great. We're also going to be talking about the cool stories and facts behind some of the most iconic album covers that there are. But it doesn't stop there. If you're a band or a musician or a fellow artist that's also interested in album cover design, I hope to give you some tips and tricks on how to bring those album cover ideas to life. But to begin with, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born and raised in Wyoming. At about 22, I got married and moved to Nebraska. And then roughly about 4 years ago, we moved to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm a musician. I've been playing guitar for about 12 to 13 years. I really love playing just about anything, but I really love playing rock and country music. Another thing that I dabble in is I make some lo-fi hip-hop beats. I know those worlds don't really jive together too much, but I love all different styles of music. As I progressed as a musician, I started to find ways to record some of my song and music ideas, and then these things started to find their way onto the internet. All of that to say that in this process, I found something that I really loved: the art of making an album cover. Because once you have a musical idea to share, there needs to be an image to represent it. So I started to see things differently. Items weren't just items anymore. These things had stories. One of my favorites was there was this dollar bill that I found, and this thing was crinkled up. It was actually taped in the center because it had been ripped. And it was just one of those things where I was just like, this thing has a story. This thing can represent a story. So this thing that started as a fun hobby for my own musical work, I turned into a side gig in 2019 by creating JW Creates, and now it's my full-time gig. I hope that gets you excited about the Judge by the Cover podcast. My first full-length episode is going to be dropping early August. I don't have a date yet, but please stay tuned in to my Facebook and Instagram accounts. You can find both of those at JWCreates. You can also stay tuned on YouTube, where there will also be video that accompanies this. And on YouTube, you can subscribe, and then they've got that little bell icon that'll tell you when my new videos post. So I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me, and let's go on a journey talking about album covers.